in America? Are you ready to visit the motherland to relax and rejuvenate? Are you ready to explore all that Africa has to offer? Then check out the brand new Diversified Game Academy course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa. Are you worried about being able to afford the trip? We got you. We will show you how to travel either on a budget or as a baller. Learn how to stress the value of the USD. Did you know that 100 United States dollars is worth over 1,000 South African rand or 10,000 Kenyan shillings or 54,250 West African CFA? Are you worried about taking your kids? Get the game from Kellen Cash, a bona fide world traveler, having traveled to almost 20 countries, several of those in Africa. Get the game on taking your kids on their first trips. Learn how to find the best tickets, get the visas, and plan your own adventures in Africa. Don't let Eddie Murphy have all the fun. Plan your own coming to Africa trip starring you, produced by you, and featuring you. If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We're here. It is Monday, November the 11th, and we don't have that much to go in 2024. 2024, ladies and gentlemen, has been a eventful year, and shout out to all the people that's coming on in to have this conversation tonight. I was talking with my cousin earlier today, and actually, my cousin, the one that you see on the ad, talking about the selling the homes, Melissa, that's my cousin that's in that ad. And we was talking about kind of how business worked for the year and how it's some reason around May. And from May on, things just got difficult because it was kind of okay up to April, but from May on, it just kind of like, man, it was just weird. So, I tell you what, just hold on. If everybody dealing with some things, just hold on. Hopefully this new administration get in and some positive things start turning around for the economy. Cause that's what we need, man. We need some, cause let me tell you something. The more money y'all have in y'all pocket, the more y'all could shop, the more y'all could spend and anything else that y'all trying to do, right? Vacation. So yeah, that's why a lot of people came out to vote the way they voted in this election, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I'm just checking out some things y'all saying. All right, so we're going to talk about the Democrats tonight. They still haven't learned a lesson. They have not learned a lesson. It seems like the Democrats probably going to need another lesson coming up in 2026 and 2028 because they don't want to get off of the same playbook that what they've been playing. We know that Vice President Kamala Harris had about $1 billion to use and still lost. Usually if you get that much money, you shouldn't lose whatsoever, right? You shouldn't be no loss for you at all. $1 billion. Boy, what you can do with $1 billion, right? And all those black folks that you were wagging your finger in black folks' face. You got on a Zoom call and this Zoom call wasn't even open to the community, and you raised all this money for Kamala, right? It started with the black women. You raised all this money for Kamala, and she squandered your money. Squandered it and didn't even win. Can you imagine if y'all actually got together and raised that money for people in the black community? You'd actually be able to still look at what happened with that money. Then you had these black men do the same thing. Oh, I can do the same thing you got women can do. And y'all get on there, raise money for this lady and give this lady the money, and she squandered the money. Y'all gotta be some of the most silliest people I ever seen in my life. Silly. Y'all raise money for a political candidate who lost big time. Not even like it was like a to the wire. No. She lost bad. And instead of blaming yourselves, you blaming everybody else. You understand? How do you squander $1 billion? How? But we'll get into some more of that conversation later. Later. But let me go on and see what we're gonna start the week off with. You know, we gotta start the week off right. Let's go ahead and start the week off with Eric Mays. And then we'll go from there and get into the stuff with the Democrats.
I'm just telling you. I'm going to let you talk.
Who you talking to you gonna let? The voters let me. I got voted in. Who you talking to? You gonna let me? I got seconds left.
I want you to know.
Ain't she crazy? How many seconds? I'm counting your time. Miss Galloway, I'm gonna rule you out order. You keep talking so much.
Do I have the floor? Do I?
Yes, you do.
You have the floor. Thank you very much.
What a fool.
We have got to help the city of Flint. We have got to move the city forward. We have got to vote yes on this. Thank you.
Ms. Herkenroder, you the reason that I'm going to vote the way I'm going to vote, because you tried to put words in my mouth like I said you was a racist. You got to stop doing that. You've got to stop doing that.
Ms. Fields, please be very careful in that area. Please.
All I said, there was mediation and there were people in rooms.
You told
That's
details of who in what room and how many.
But I am going to finish saying this.
Well, go ahead.
That's fine. Do you?
It shouldn't be fine. We got folks sitting in business, and I wouldn't care if you was the chair, the sofa, the TV. So you might want a dialogue.
I don't give a...
You don't give a what?
That's what he's trying to do.
So you dialoguing?
There's no dialogue.
It is some dialogue.
There
You
should be
gave
dialogue.
me some
Point of
dialogue.
order. Councilwoman Worthy, what is your point of order? No, I'm not.
You ain't?
I'm not.
You must.
This is a joke.
Stop this abuse.
I'm going to give
It
you
is
a
abuse.
point of order. Personal attacks is out of order. Now, you want to make a personal attack on me, I'm going to tell you something. I'm tired of Ms. Fields calling me racist. I'm tired of you calling me personal names as it relates to women. I'm tired of it. It's wrong. You're out of order. But you keep doing it. Because when I start blasting your butt, like I'm doing, everybody already know it's coming from y'all. But don't get beside yourself, Mr. Chairman. If he gonna holler tell me to shut up, you better give him his warning.
I gave you yours.
Give him his. If you gonna discriminate, you gonna let the white man running for mayor holler across and tell this black man to shut up.
I don't want to hear
So when he get loud, I'm gonna get louder. When they go low, I go lower.
I saw one person say that the Democrats need someone like Eric Mays. They cannot have someone like Eric Mays in that party right now, because you have too much of the sassy and the buck broken running around there, and the sassy and buck broken cannot stand in the presence of men like that. Just bottom line, they just can't. So just to go ahead and answer that question, right? So let's go ahead and get started. Class is started. Make sure you get your pens, papers, and bring your mind. You know, people in the back, I'm talking to you. And shout out to all the people that's coming in here. All right. So why do we is going to talk about this tonight? I got a couple of clips I want to run, and we want to use those clips as some examples of what the Democrats are trying to do. And the Democrats are also, even the Shields, are saying they hope things happen to black men because of this. But we're going to get all to that. So let's go ahead on and queue up what we got to queue up. There we go. All right. So this first clip is going to be from MSNBC Morning Joe. Okay. This clip is actually, I think, election night. Al Sharpton is on this clip as well, so-called black man. I want y'all to listen to this.
To say really quickly, too, Democrats need to be mature, and they need to be honest. And they need to say, yes, there's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. Mm-hmm. It's misogyny from Hispanic men. Right. It's misogyny from black men, things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States. You know, the Democratic Party, I've always found when you're sitting around talking, they love to just sort of balkanize everybody into these separate groups and say, oh, white people don't like women and black people. No, it is time for the Democrats to say, okay, and you and I have talked about this before, a lot of Hispanic voters have problems with black candidates.
Right.
A lot
and with other Hispanics. You got some that don't like each other. And some of the most misogynist things I've heard going on this Get Out the Vote tour came from black men. I mean, misogynist things. So you're absolutely right. It's not simplistic. And we've got to have real honest conversations about it.
Honest conversations.
All right. So that's clip number one. This is the problem I have with that. You Democrats, all you do is name call people. You act like petulant children, okay? You have to deal with people where they're at. If they don't want something, they don't like something, that's their choice, right? Their vote, their choice. They can vote for whoever they would like to vote for, whether you like it or not. And when you don't get your way, you just name call. You act like little children. I can't even say that because my 10-year-old don't do a bunch of name calling. I don't even know if my 5-year-old grandson do the amount of name calling. You supposed to be college educated Democrats, right? You pride yourself on a degree that you put up on the wall, and then you're crying about student loan debt because you actually didn't choose a degree that actually could make you some money. But all you do is name call, misogynist, racist, bigot. I mean, all you do is call people names. Oh, misinformation, disinformation. Oh, you're dangerous. You're this, you're that. I was like, that's all y'all do. And that has turned off a lot of people, especially a lot of men. Now, you're sitting up here, and I'm not trying to be the spokesperson for Latinos because I'm not a Latino man, but how can you as a white man speak on what Latinos think? You should only speak on what white men think. And you surely can't speak on what black men think. And then Al Sharpton, you boot-licking, shoe-shining Sambo, you. Because that fits you. That's why I'm saying that to you. How you going to sit up there and let this man talk down on your community? You a black man. Let me tell you something. I don't care what bad black people do. I am not going to be sitting up there with no other groups talking down on my community. I'm not doing it. Now, if you want to talk down on your community, I'll join you with you on that one. But you're definitely not going to talk down on mine. I don't care what they do wrong. I'm not doing that with you. If I got a problem with what other black folks are doing, I'm going to talk to other black people about that, not you on national TV. No, the majority of black men are not no misogynists. You know why? Because a lot of black men love their moms. a lot of black men are used to seeing females run things. So that's not the issue. That's not the issue whatsoever. Black men have never been put in a position where they can systemically oppress any group of women, and definitely not black women. Okay? So with that being said, the issue I take with this first clip is that I am tired of listening to black men always being talked down on or lied on, right? And Democrats, you're not going to get men in particular to vote for you because you keep name calling. If you look at the other side, the Republicans, do you hear them always calling somebody misogynist? Do you always hear saying the terms misinformation, disinformation, this person's dangerous? Ooh, he's dangerous. She's dangerous. Oh, we got to do something about these podcasters. They're dangerous. Oh, if we don't control the narrative, this is dangerous. Y'all, anybody that's against you, you want to try to shut them down or do something to them instead of actually getting into an arena and go ahead on debate your narratives. But see, this election also has shown that the mainstream media has no sway. The only thing the mainstream media have over us on these microphones is to the ability to carpet bomb information in ways that I can't. Now, I can carpet bomb very well, but I don't have the money and resources to carpet bomb information the way they do it. You understand? Because we're limited here, right? If we had the millions of dollars to operate where we could carpet bomb content like them, I wouldn't even need millions of dollars. Hell, give me 10,000 members on my app that's going to support every month, and I can easily carpet bomb content because then we got the ability to do so. But we got to work what we got to work with right now. And even though we don't have millions of dollars, people like myself and many others have defeated y'all. Y'all have all the fancy studios. Y'all have all the nice microphones and the high-end cameras and the TV time and all the advertising. Y'all got it all. And yet we, in this election, defeated you. We're David, you were Goliath, and you were defeated. David beat you. And that's what you're more so salty about. Shows like this one defeated you. More people will listen to what I have to say than what Joe Scarborough has to say, because nobody respects him, because he's nothing but he's part of the elite. Mika Brzezinski, part of the elite. They don't know how it is to go in the grocery store and make a decision to say, man, all I got is $10 today. So what I'm going to buy? They can't relate to that. But they want to get on here and talk to you and try to act like they're relatable. You're not relatable. Al Sharpton's not relatable. That's what it is. And it's not a problem having money. It's the fact is keeping yourself grounded and keeping yourself down to earth and not surrounding yourself with a bunch of elitist pricks that y'all like to surround yourself with. And then one thing the Democrats like to do, especially the white liberal, they'll try to tell black people what to do, how to think, what we should do, where we should go, and all that. Man, people tired of that, bro, especially black men. Now, I'll say other groups of men are tired of y'all too, obviously, but black men are sick of y'all. We are so sick and tired of y'all. All the bullying and all that, we're sick of it. America has been going to hell in the leadership of the Democrats. And men of every community has come out and said this: we have to status correct the United States of America. This stuff is going too far. It is men's responsibility to status correct this country for the sake of the women and the sake of the children and the sake of the nation as a whole and the future as a whole. We cannot allow this group of petulant children who are elitist and don't know what the hell they're doing to destroy this nation. It's just that simple. Excuse me. Gotta give me a little water break. Give me a second. It happens sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. It happens. Now, let's get to Another problem with these Democrats on this next clip here. You keep up the name calling, you keep up trying to talk, and then you sit up there talking about, once again, I'm not the person that speaks for Hispanics. But y'all don't even know how to talk about Hispanics. Y'all really don't. See, y'all have this worldview that just because they speak Spanish, y'all throw them all in one category. And what this election showed y'all silly behind is that you don't understand delineation. Hispanics been delineated. Asians delineate. Y'all because y'all worldview, just because they got a certain color or whatever, or a certain feature, y'all throw them in one group. That don't work, because every group delineates. And Black Americans have finally caught up with everybody else in the world and delineated finally. And when you delineate, doesn't mean that you have a hatred for nobody. No. But you must delineate because you have to look out for the affairs of your group. So when you talk about, oh, he said this about Hispanics, well, what y'all don't understand, you got Mexicans here, Venezuelans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Guatemalans, people from El Salvador. None of these people look at themselves as the same. Nicaraguans, they're not the same. They come from different countries, different heritage, whatever. But y'all just say Hispanics, but you don't understand why the Cubans don't care with the Puerto Rican comment with the Trump rally. They don't care about that because they say I'm Cuban when they got nothing to do with me. Or the Mexicans say, ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care. I'm Mexican. Y'all don't get that. Because in America, unfortunately, y'all not used to people delineating. That's what it is. And that's why y'all so dumbfounded, because that's called what it is. A lot of you are educated fools. Delineation is not that hard to understand. Now let's go to this next clip here real quick. CNN. This is another issue, Democrats. If you want people to even think about voting for you, you have these responses right here. You will have to get rid of. Let's cue this up.
There are a lot of families out there who don't believe boys should play girls' sports.
They're not boys. I'm not going to listen to transphobia at this table. I am not going to listen to you call a trans girl a boy.
Are you going to allow me to finish my explanation?
When you use a word that's a slur, I'm going to interrupt. That's not how it is. They're not boys. They're not boys. They're not playing girls' softball. I'm not going to sit there and listen to that.
Let's reset for a second, because, look, this is a really heated issue, right? And Sharmichael, I know you. I know that you understand that people have different views on this. I think out of respect for Jay, let's try to talk about this in a way that is respectful.
Okay, so let me rephrase this, since I'm being targeted here.
I don't. Just to be clear, you are not being targeted.
I am, but it's okay.
I'm specifically saying that I know that you are not intending to be transphobic.
He should know that I'm not. But he wants to sit here and
calling you transphobic. I'm saying you're using a phrase
I want to give you an opportunity.
So the way regular people interpret it,
that's not regular people. That's not regular people. There's no consensus that these are actually boys. This whole thing about trans girls is a canard. We're talking about a tiny, tiny sliver of the population.
That may be the case, but my point in terms of its effectiveness.
Just get to your point.
My point in terms of its effectiveness. Regular people with children look at these things and they say, you know what, this is a bit too far. I do not agree with this. I don't like this. I think Democrats are going way too much to the left on social issues. They're uncomfortable with it. A lot of people believe that. A lot of families believe that. You may disagree with that reality, but that's why Republicans kept running those ads over and over and over again, because they saw the metrics suggested that they were working.
In those ads over and over again, and using rhetoric like you just used, saying this is boys playing girls' sports. First of all, we're talking about 5 people in the entire country.
You would prefer?
We're talking about trans girls being allowed to play with the people who are in their gender. And if you don't believe, you don't have to listen to me. Listen to the American Medical Association, the American Psychological Association.
The American Medical Association.
How do you interact?
Okay, all right. Yeah, we get to Joy here in a minute. All right, Democrats. What the other brother was saying, I think his name is Sharmichael, I think it's his name. He was really being real on how the majority of a lot of families feel in this country. And when this man's trying to have a conversation with you, once again, you're blowing up and name calling. You're calling a man transphobic. That's what they do. When you cannot have a simple conversation with someone, you got to call them a name. That's what Democrats do. They're known for that. You're this, you're that. That's all they do. Like I say, petulant children. petulant children. And it is annoying. Who wants to talk to someone that when you're talking to them about something, they're immediately just calling you a name? Because they don't know how, they don't have the intellectual fortitude to have a conversation with you. And one thing, when you have a difference of opinion with people, it's okay to disagree. But what the young brother was saying to him is really how the majority of the country feel. Did you not see the election results? And then he was talking about how Trump ran that ad, and while it resonated with a lot of people, because first, I remember when all of it went down. First, they said they just wanted to get married. Okay, your business has nothing to do with me. Cool, you can get married. You can love who you want to love. Fine, no issue, no problem, right? Then it went from marrying the people that you want to love to now going in women's bathrooms. And then it went from going into women's bathrooms and locker rooms to story time with the drag queens with children. Then it went to these pride parades, and you have literally men half nude gyrating themselves in front of children in public, right? Then it went from that to, if people don't say a certain thing, then they're being attacked, charged with crimes in some states, saying it's hate crimes if you don't do a certain pronoun. I mean, think about where it started. Where it started, if it'll stay right where that was at, nobody wouldn't say a word about it. This wouldn't be a conversation. But it went from that to, like, I heard this one lady the other day. She said she was part of the L, G, and the B. She said the T. She said the T, and the rest of them on the end. She said those are the ones that cause really the issue. You say it's not us on this side. So even in their community, they're divided on some of this, because you have some of them say, hey, wait a minute, y'all going too far with this trans stuff. Y'all going way too far, and y'all making people not like all of us because of that, right? And I really believe personally a lot of that part, the T part, is the Hollywood people. Because remember the Diddy party, listen, it's not just Diddy. They want to put Diddy as the poster child of all that, they teasing about the baby oil and all that stuff. And yeah, it's all funny, and all the memes I've seen of Diddy and videos. Yeah, it's all funny. But where's all the white men in Hollywood that taught Diddy about how to host them kind of parties? Because Diddy wasn't raised to do that. We don't raise our kids like that in the black community. Diddy got around them folks in Hollywood and watch how they got down. Of course, Diddy say, I can do it a lot better than y'all. But them folks are still having, quote unquote, Diddy parties. And everybody talk about him and teasing him about men and all that. But how many of them in Hollywood is doing the exact same thing? Then the one with the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, he was just recently arrested, and that's not being paraded. That he would have model shoots and all this, but it was mostly a front. So he can violate men, but the news not blasting that like they blasted Diddy. They're not blasting this guy at all. Same thing. But yeah, trafficking young men and all kind of things these guys are doing, well, because they're white. You look at the Ed Bucks of the world, a Democrat donor, LGBT. But the media didn't blast Ed Buck, though. He up there taking the lives of black men. But don't blast that, though. But let Pookie and Ray Ray do one thing. You're putting Pookie's picture up all over the place. And the majority of the media is ran by the Democrats and liberals. I'm telling you, the majority of they own Hollywood. They own the music industry. The Democrat Party. This is why Kamala Harris could bring out so many Hollywood people. It's because they own them. They all know the agents. They all know the studios, the music. They know everybody. Everybody's a Democrat. Hence to look at it in California, Democrat Central, right? The majority of America want normalcy. The majority of America, when you hear the words the American dream, what consists of an American dream? When people say the American dream, what does that consist of, ladies and gentlemen? Those of you in class, please tell me what the American dream is consisted of. Can y'all tell me? I know y'all haven't forgot what the American dream is. It's literally becoming more of a dream than anything else. But what is the American dream? I want to see what y'all say in the chat about that. What is the American dream? I'll wait. Okay, you said Kevin said family. What kind of family, Kevin? What kind of family? What does that family consist of? When y'all say family, what does that family consist of? There we go. There we go, Damon. Thank you, Damon. A family, a man, a woman, and some children, and usually a home, and probably a dog. That's what they usually would describe as the American dream. The American dream was not anything else outside of that. And so you have a lot of people that want to get back to the American dream archetype. And the Democrat Party is not a party that's promoting the American dream or the traditional family. And a lot of people may not say that on the streets. They may not tell you that, but the Democrats went so far to the left. Remember, you can't even say how people feel without being called transphobic or you're a hater, you're a bigot or whatever, because these people always trying to browbeat you with name calling, yelling. Who wants to talk to anybody like that? I wouldn't. I don't have the patience all the time. Okay? Now, let's get to your girl real quick. Joy Reid. I know y'all love Joy. Let me back this up a little bit. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see about your girl.
And using rhetoric like you just used, saying this is boys playing girls sports.
Let that go a little
First
bit.
of all, we're talking about 5 people in the entire country.
You would prefer?
We're talking about trans girls being allowed to play with the people who are in their gender. And if you don't believe, you don't have to listen to me. Listen to the American Medical Association, the American Psychological Association.
The American Medical Association.
How do you interact with people who you know voted for this? Right? If you are an LGBTQ person and you know someone in your family voted essentially against your rights, or you're a woman knowing that, this man was calling people the B word, J.D. Vance was literally calling Kamala Harris the trash and said, we're going to take out the trash. I know a lot of black women were incredibly triggered by that. And if you then meet somebody and they voted for the people who called you trash, or if you're Puerto Rican, and someone voted that way, do you recommend, just from a psychological standpoint, being around them? We got the holidays coming up.
So I love that you asked this question because, there is a push, I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not. So if you are going into a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends who have voted in ways that are against you, like what you said, against your livelihood, and it's completely fine to not be around those people and to tell them why, to say, I have a problem with the way that you voted because it went against my very livelihood and I'm not going to be around you this holiday. I need to take some space for me.
Okay. All right. So Dr. Amanda Calhoun, you saw Yale University. Yale University is supposed to be an Ivy League university. Okay. You see what I meant earlier about an educated fool? You see what I'm talking about? You're supposed to be at a prestigious Ivy League university, and that is the only thing that you can come up with in your assessment of how people chose to vote in this election. Countless other people who actually got common sense is telling you it was the economy, which relates to inflation, high prices, etc., and immigration was the two top things that people was voting for: immigration and the economy. But yet you're not mentioning that. Listen, you're mad that people are saying I prioritize providing for my family over things that you can prevent, because you're mad because you can't go get in certain places abortion on demand just because you decided to go out this weekend, lay down with some random dude raw. Now you're pregnant and you want to go down and just have an easy access using abortion like birth control pills. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you're mad about. So are supposed to prioritize you with your sin and unrighteous behavior over the provision of my family? Other people in this nation supposed to be making sure you have access to do this. That's more important than putting food on the table, keeping the lights on, keeping a roof over our heads as Americans. Are y'all crazy? What happened to y'all talking about y'all was gonna leave the country? There's so many of y'all say y'all was gonna leave. Why are y'all here? Like, the planes work. Why don't y'all just go ahead on and leave or go to some utopia? Y'all say Canada or wherever y'all going, or go to, y'all say that y'all want to be in the blue states. Okay, well, go to California. Go over there. Go to Washington State, wherever the blue state's at. Go over there. But see, this is the funny part. When you look at the map, in all those so-called blue states, it was a sea of red in that too. So you got to go to certain counties to be blue, actually, even in certain so-called states. But so now we got Thanksgiving coming up, and one of my daughters was just telling me about, they was having a conversation about the election, and my daughter was, they asked her, did she vote? She said no, she chose the couch. So I didn't, and they were telling her, well, you were disgusting because you didn't vote. You say, huh? How am I disgusting? I just didn't do it. I chose the couch, basically. I didn't do it. I sat it out. And she said the whole thing that they were mad about is they feel Trump was going to do a national abortion ban. Now, Trump do it. If he do it, he didn't say he was, but if he will do it, right? Now, you say Yale fell off a fifth rank school talking about teaching a class about Beyonce, like, seriously, yeah. And if you notice, most of all the ones that, if you say it's quote unquote college educated, a lot of them are liberals. Because that is a liberal teaching ground, those colleges. They teach them, they breed that in them. And so when they come out, that's all they think is like that. And everybody else is beneath them. Everybody else is dumb. Everybody else is bigots. How dare you think, outside of what they taught them at these universities. So you have the holidays coming up. And because it's going to come up, the election's going to come up at the dinner table. You better believe the election's going to come up at the dinner table. And you may have some family members that voted for Kamala. And you may have some family members that voted for Trump. You may have some family members that didn't vote at all. I don't like that we at a place where people lie because they don't want to tell the truth, because they don't want to get bullied or dismissed because they voted one way or another. I don't like that. So if a person, you got family members, so let's talk about the black community. You got a lot of family members that voted for Kamala, but let's say you voted for Trump. Let's say you voted for him. And then they start a big argument about, but he going to take away our rights, and he going to do this, and he going to do that. And then you could discuss it with them and say, well, show me when he did it the first time, right? Even if you have a discussion and tell them, look, show me when he did this, show me when he did that. The Democrats train them not to think. They train them just to react, and react with a lot of emotion, no common sense. So it's kind of like the scriptures teach, don't cast your pearls before swine. Don't do that. You trying to tell them, say, show me this, show me that, whatever. All they can parrot is what they've been told. Project 2025, Trump's a racist. Like, okay, let's say all that's true. Then what? You think the Democrats aren't racist? Gavin, if that's the case, you know who's the real racist? Gavin Newsom in California. That's the real racist. You know why I say he's a real racist? Because he knew about that Reparations Commission. He signed the bill to put that together. They did all their work. Then they come back and say, hey, we need to create the agency to find out who's eligible and all the stuff like that. And I think forgot the other part of it. Let's go ahead and get this created. No, I'm not going to do it. I ain't creating no state agency. That's the real racist, because the real racists don't want black people to get their just due. That's how racists really feel. But y'all swear up and down that Gavin Newsom, he's not racist. He's for black people. Let Gavin Newsom come out in 2028. You're going to have some of them talking about Gavin Newsom is a cool, he's this, he's that. No, Gavin Newsom is the real racist in California. He's a racist. The Democrats promote racist ideologies. They look at what they do to black people. They say sanctuary cities, even though sanctuary city status harm black Americans more than any other group. Even in the midst of Greg Abbott sending y'all migrants, and all he said, look, if you say y'all not a sanctuary city no more, I'll stop sending them. The Democrats will continue to double down and triple down on being a sanctuary city. They will put migrants in the black communities, give migrants money on top of the black Americans who've been there forever and who need the most help, right? Put them in homes in your neighborhood. The Democrats. In your neighborhood that you can't even afford to buy a home in, but the migrants can come there within a year and get a home, not rent, but owning a home in a neighborhood that you've been in. Would you tell me that's not being racist? It don't matter if it's Brandon Johnson or whoever. It don't matter. The Democrats use black faces to enact their anti-black racism. The Democrats are racist. They always talk about Republicans. They racist. And the Republicans are this and the Republicans are that. Man, ain't nobody showed more racism toward black Americans than the Democrat Party, the Democrat leaders, the Congressional Black Caucus. All of you have not shown any loyalty to black Americans. All of you have been nothing but anti-black bigots. And you have shown it. You've shown it. But not doing nothing for black people. You can do for every other group, but not black people. Well, hey, what that tells me is that's racism and discrimination. You can do for all these other people, but not black people. Black people talk about reparations. And, whoa. We can't do that. That's too much. But you can give billions to these migrants that come in. And then you wonder why black people say, yeah, where Trump at? Yeah, let's get this mass deportation going. You wonder why a lot of black people are on this mass deportation. A lot of black people, because with this mass deportation that Trump want to do, guess what's going to happen out of that? That's going to open up more black jobs that was being hijacked by people that didn't even supposed to be here in the first place. You Democrats, you have been the most racist party. But in your origin, you're the part of the Ku Klux Klan. So, I mean, you're really not operating outside of what you were originally doing. You just refine your racism a little bit. And the way you refined your racism, Matogi, thank you very much. Appreciate that. You refined your racism by using black faces to do your bidding. And that's the key. If you use a black face to do it, then nobody can just lay racism and say, we're not racist. We have Brandon Johnson. You know, what you mean racism? He's black like you. We have Maxine Waters. What do you mean racism? We have a whole Congressional Black Caucus. What are you talking about? The Republicans don't have a Congressional Black Caucus. Yeah, here's the thing. When Byron Donalds wanted to join the Congressional Black Caucus, y'all said no. He's black. Why you didn't let him in? At one point in time, Tim Scott wanted to join too. Y'all said no. I thought it's supposed to be Congressional Black Caucus, right? So black people can't join, even if they're Republicans. I thought we supposed to be working as black people, putting our stuff to the side politically and say, hey, we need to look out for the group of black people, right? I don't care if somebody's a Democrat, Republican, Independent. If you want to work together on the greater good as black people, let's work together. I'm not going to say, oh, you're a Republican? No. You're a Democrat? No. Let's work on because I know not all Democrats are the same. I know we have some Democrats that have common sense. There are Democrats that don't like all this far left-wing progressive, stuff that just took over that party. There's a lot of Democrats that feel that way. There are some Democrats that actually voted for Trump. Why? Because the party has went so far left that they say, man, this is crazy. I can't vote for this party. I've been a lifelong Democrat. How many lifelong Democrats voted for Trump? Not because they want to join Republicans. No. But the Democrats were so far to the left that you say, I can't do it, bro. Like this is too much. Y'all Democrats had messed up your own base by just being too far left. And y'all still doing it. So when we get back to those mass deportations, and they're talking about doing what they did before, those job raids, they're going to raid in the jobs. They talking about doing that again. And guess what, black men? That's opening up some more black jobs. So when Trump and them start going on them job sites, them construction jobs and petrochemical jobs and all that, and start rounding them up, hey, there's going to be some black jobs open for you black men to go get. So hey, some job openings about to happen. Some of you brothers been sitting around for a while, putting in applications, couldn't get a job. Well, Trump about to open some up for you. And shout out to Trump. Because we need more black jobs to open up. I remember certain jobs black men can go get in this country. They can go get a construction job. You couldn't get no job, you can get a construction job. Even if you came out of jail and they say, okay, you got to have a job on probation. You can go get a construction job, work 12-hour days or whatever, work a shutdown, whatever, right? And they didn't care if you was on probation. They didn't care what your record was. You could always go work some construction. And then I remember when them jobs just went away for black men. That now all the construction jobs, black men can't get them no more. It'll be black men and white men that's getting these jobs. And now the black men don't have those jobs anymore, and the white men don't have those jobs anymore. All the migrant men got those jobs. So yeah, Trump was going to go on those job sites and start to say, hey, come on. Then, hey, go get your job back. Warehouse jobs, yeah. Go get it. Oh, they're going to be, I got to tell y'all, CNN, MSNBC, they're going to be trying to pull on the waterworks. Look how horrible this is. Oh, my God. All of that, right? And I'm like, hey, that's opening up some more black jobs. That's how you got to look at that. Because let me tell you something. If Trump was coming to round up FBAs and deport them, do you think that those other groups would be sad and crying if Trump was rounding up FBAs and deporting us somewhere? No. These people would be happy. These people say, hey, them FBAs over there. Go get them, Trump. And then they will go in the next day and go get them jobs that because we got rounded up. Don't you think, don't you start that, I feel bad, oh my God, no, this isn't right, man. Them other groups would care less if Trump was coming after us. And y'all know it. Them other groups do not care if something was happening to us. But let's finish the last bit of this up.
These 12% of black men who voted for this psycho. I sat home. I'm looking forward to them get that lynched by the police officers. I'm not going to protest under no circumstance at all. So I'm sitting my back with my popcorn and
against my very
these 12% of black men who voted for this psycho. I sat home. I'm looking forward to them get that lynched by the police officers. I'm not going to protest under no circumstance at all. So I'm sitting my back with my popcorn and.
Well, Uncle Luke, let me say something to you, brother. Luther Campbell, you are a black man too. And what if, just what if, them same police officers, they go lynch you? You know that's a possibility, right? Since you're wishing that on other black men. You're a black man too. And them police officers could get you right there in Florida. Where you at? And if the police do that to you, since you're wishing it on other black men, because your political candidate blew $1 billion and still couldn't get elected, sir, even though you was cussing out black people every single day for this woman, and she still cannot get elected, you're a failure. You're a failure. You blew off your catalog, and you blew off your bag with Kamala because you couldn't help her get elected. Like, come on, because she was cutting you a check too. I need to go look at that her campaign finance report, because that campaign finance report tells you everybody she gave money to, because they have to report that. That's public record. We can find out real quick who she been paying. You wishing this on other black men, that's evil. That is, and how are you as a black man wishing that on other black men? Now, I know some people gonna say, well, he ain't the FBA, it don't matter. I don't care about that. The fact is, you wishing this on other black men, and you a black man yourself. Or what if something happened to one of your black male family members? I don't know if you got a son or not, but what if something happened to one of your cousins? If you got a brother, any other males in your family, sir, that can happen to them too. Be careful wishing harm on other people, because it could turn around and actually hit you. Be careful with that. I don't wish harm on nobody. I don't care what go on. I don't wish harm on nobody. It's like, hey man, I say, hey, God bless you, and I just keep moving. I don't not pray harm or wish harm on nobody, not even my enemies. I don't wish harm on people. That's evil, man. And I've seen other videos like that with some of these Democrat shields out here talking about, oh yeah, when they police get y'all, and I'm not gonna come out and do this. Nobody asked you to. Nobody asked you to. Stay home. Nobody needs you. Who are you? You act like you gonna come out there and whatever you do gonna make the big difference. You by yourself. Man, who do you think you are? Nobody paying attention to you. Actually, we had more things to the police underneath Obama. I know, because I covered those stories. We didn't have all those issues with the police like that under Trump. Not as much as Obama. They was taking the lives of brothers and sisters every time I looked up, because I covered all that. But this is how these Democrat shields are, y'all. They don't win, so they wish harm on you. They was already being disrespectful. Now they want us to be harmed. They want the police to unlawfully take our lives because we didn't go vote for the Indian lady who tried to cosplay being black. We should have the risk of losing our life as black men because we didn't go vote for the Indian lady. Bruh, go over there to her house, eat your bathtub collard greens with her, and be at peace. Leave us alone. Stop speaking on us, man. Go make some more degenerate music. Go find another Sexy Red. I don't know. That's all you good with. That's all you have added to the culture is degeneracy, sir. When people look at your history, you added nothing but filth and degeneracy to hip hop. You not looked at like Tupac. Tupac didn't add a bunch of filth and degeneracy to hip hop. I want to see right now you're around the Democrats. But Luke, it's a matter of time before them lawsuits start popping up on you. Oh, they coming, Luke. They coming. Because all the filth y'all were doing. Because I remember 2 Live Crew in the filth y'all were doing. Oh, they're going to be some women pop out on you. And they're going to say what you were doing and all the other ones are doing. You think you're going to ride off to the sunset. You think so. I know these people. When they realize that you are no use for them no more, the lawsuits are coming. The lawsuits are coming. And then the lawsuits, then the documentary, then the criminal charges. They follow a pattern. You ain't seen the pattern yet? That's the pattern. Civil lawsuit, documentary, criminal charges. Usually how it goes in those three. And then I don't want to hear you say nothing about no racism. Or they targeting you, or they lying on you, or whatever. No. Because you said, well, what y'all say on your album cover, nasty as you want to be? Okay, Mr. Nasty as you want to be. When them lawsuits start coming, because they gonna come. Oh, they coming. Because you know what? You didn't do a good job for the Democrats, sir. You failed for the Democrats. So why should the Democrats protect you at this point? You didn't help Kamala get elected. You listen, you had some protection with the Democrats, but now they getting out of office. What will stop anybody from coming at you now? Luther Campbell. Now that's what I hope. I hope them women put you on Front Street for the things you done. Or you and your crew done. You think it's just Diddy? It's not just Diddy. Don't put it all on him now. The rest of y'all hands are clean and y'all just some good schoolboys. But Diddy's the only one. He the bad boy. You say Fresh Kid Ice and Brother Marquise from 2 Live Crew passed on? Yeah. But Luther Campbell's still here. And Luther Campbell was the front man. He was the front man of everything. It wasn't those guys, it was him. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Mr. Luther Campbell. We'll see. Because Luther Campbell, all that mess you had, and you just looking dusty these days, Luther. You're looking dusty. And I heard about your boy Plies. They say Plies was scrubbing his X account of all his posts of Kamala Harris. Say he's scrubbing it. That's interesting. They said Mark Cuban, another one. They say he was scrubbing his social media and removing all the stuff of Kamala Harris. He's scrubbing it. Everybody's scrubbing their stuff of Kamala now. The Kamala paid y'all. What do you say they hiring immigrants for all the jobs? Don't worry about it. Trump gonna get them on out of there. Don't worry about it. There's gonna be some more black jobs open. Don't worry. Don't worry. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight on the stream. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Very easy. It's free. Make sure you click the like button. That helps us spread things in the algorithm, when you do that. Thank you for that. And make sure you download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. Once you do that, hit create an account. You can do monthly, quarterly, or yearly. That will help us. You say, okay, what you can do to support our platform the most, of course, watch us here and then get a membership and support us monthly or quarterly or yearly, on the app. And that's the best thing. We don't need to do no big GoFundMes or nothing like that. Just support us on the app. That's it. That's one of the best things you can do. You want to say, I want a monthly support. That's the best way. Just join the app and then, we build it up. Because if everybody join the app, then hey, we need to be, right? And so that's what it is. So thank y'all for listening, and make sure you join us at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time for our podcast. We'll be talking about deportations over there tonight.